Good morning.
Morning.
It's Wednesday, the 11th of July. It's going to be, it's actually not a bad start right now. It's dry, it's a little bit overcast and cloudy, some sunny spells in places. However, 11 o'clock this morning is when we get the rain.
Oh, okay.
The rain we've been promised for a while. So, Medherns still say that it's nothing significant. So farmers, won't be rejoicing, I don't think, this morning. But there will be some showers for a couple of hours at least. And then we will see some hazy sunshine expected later on again. And temperatures still very warm, 24 or 25 degrees in places today.
So some of the top trends this morning, France v Belgium is trending after France beat Belgium 1-0 to get to the World Cup final. Were France your tip from the start?
No. Croatia were my tip.
Oh, Croatia. Yeah. Okay, you're still looking good
for
that.
Still looking good, yeah.
Yeah, I had a draw for that actually last night.
I did as well, yeah.
Thing. So all eyes on England tonight as they prepare to face Croatia. Obviously, we're very excited about this.
What's happening?
I don't know, something about if England win, there's something going on. I
have a draw for that tonight as well, by the way. I have a draw on tonight.
I've Croatia to win that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got the royal visit trending as well with Harry and Meghan in Dublin, and lots of pictures online of them, what they're getting up to in their visit to the capital. What's going on with the Liverpool keeper Kerry? Why is he trending?
He did it again last night.
Another howler.
Yeah, played against Tranmere Rovers last night, and the best way I can describe it is there was a free kick came in. He caught it, it bounced out of his hand and Tranmere headed into the net. And Liverpool fans are losing their life online because he's done it again. Yeah.
Oh God, okay. Michael D. Higgins is trending. That's after yesterday's announcement that he will run for a second term as the Irish president. And lots of reaction to that in the papers as well this morning. With really mixed sort of reaction in that some people think that he should just be unopposed and should just be elected president. I think that is the worst idea. I can't even understand anybody suggesting that that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We live in a democracy.
Yeah.
And we live in a country that people fought and died for to be free and to be able to vote on who is our leader. And now we're turning around and going, yeah, just give him another 7 years there.
It's like saying anybody who goes against him is a disgrace.
I can't stand it. That's the truth now. And I'd normally be all for saving money wherever you can. So obviously it's going to cost money to run a presidential election. But no, I don't think it's right at all. Let us know what you think of that. Should there be a presidential election, or should you just hand somebody, like they do in countries that we scoff at?
Yeah.
Countries where they do this kind of thing, and we would say, oh, they're a joke.
Well, it was never going to happen anyway, so anybody who thinks that that should be the case, I think it's just wrong.
For it.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I saw people online last night talking about it, but they're all wrong. The Examiner this morning actually leads with that. Higgins denies attempt to block rivals. President says he hasn't delayed others from seeking nominations. Crosby's meet their final deadline after 146 years. So the Thomas Crosby Holdings met yesterday and announced to staff at the Examiner and the Evening Echo that they're now owned by the Irish Times. That's also on the front page there. And Ryanair slams pilots union as flights are cancelled. They've hit out at the union representing Irish pilots after the airline said it's cancelling up to 30 flights because of the strike action tomorrow. The Times Ireland edition has a picture of Leo Varadkar meeting Meghan Markle and Prince Harry yesterday as they arrived in Dublin. And as Elaine says in the trends there, that they'll be doing their tour of Dublin today. Extra customs officers to cope with hard Brexit is also on the front page of the Times Ireland edition there. Dumb and Gunner, lethal MP7 falls out back of armed Garda car. How in God's name can this happen? Cops lose machine gun, according to the front page of the Irish Sun. Also, Meghan Sparkle, the royal couple's Irish visit, is on the front page, along with a look back at last night's game of France and Belgium and a look ahead to tonight's game, England and Croatia. And the Irish Times says independents seek support for a challenger to Michael D. The Oireachtas members begin coordinated efforts to field a rival presidential candidate, and Harry and Meghan's first trip is just an Irish school tour, according to the front page of the Irish Times there this morning.
So the Irish Mirror have done this poll to find out how Irish people would feel about England winning the World Cup. Obviously they didn't poll too many Kerry's Full Breakfast listeners because we're all rooting for England. Over half of Irish people would be devastated. That's the word used in the poll now. Devastated if England won the World Cup, according to the Irish Mirror. That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 1,000 people and 51% of them said it. That they'd feel like turning off their TVs if England won it.
And other big news in football that you're waking up to this morning is that Cristiano Ronaldo has joined Juventus, as has been talked about over the past few days. He'll make a cool $500,000 a week.
Yep, 30 million over the course of his contract. By the time he finishes, if he doesn't end up in America, which I assume is probably the end goal, or maybe China, but if he finishes out the contract for the next 3 or 4 years, he'll be the highest paid 37-year-old in football history.
Wow, is it 37?
No, he's 33 now.
Oh, sorry, he's going to be at the end of his contract. Yeah, okay.
So it's a phenomenal amount of money, and I think it's actually a pay cut. You don't think it's a pay rise from Real Madrid, so.
I was at Legally Blonde last night.
How'd you get on?
Really good.
Are you Legally
really
Blonde?
good? I'm wrecked. I don't know. No, I have highlights.
Bad joke. Really bad joke.
It was really good fun. You know me in musicals now. Not really my thing. And had a brilliant night. It's on the INEC. It was opening night last night, and I think it's running till the 14th, I think, or that'd be Saturday. But you can check out the details on their website anyway. But Roxy from EastEnders is in it.
Yes, I saw that.
She's really good in it.
Good.
And then, do you remember Bill Ward? He played Charlie in Kerry, and he was in Emmerdale as well. He was one of the Bartons in Emmerdale.
Charlie. Yes, I do. Yeah. Is he in as well?
Bit of a fine thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, he's the baddie.
You don't say that in 2018.
No, very intelligent.
You have to back it up by saying that Roxy's also fine thing.
Fine thing. And
Perfect,
Lucy Jones is in it. Remember Lucy in
love
The X Factor? Yeah.
Love her.
Doing really well, I would say. And
yeah, actually, you're right, because she's in a lot of West End stuff, or has been in a lot of West End stuff as well.
It's because I had to Google it. It's way back 2009 that she was in X Factor. Because I was saying to my mom during the show, I was like, she was in the X Factor a few years ago, and Mom goes, 9 years ago. I was like, oh, okay.
9 years
You
ago.
way more about it than me. But she's brilliant. She's really, really good, and she plays the title role. And there's 2 dogs in it as well. Then there's like her Chihuahua.
Yes.
And then they auditioned local dogs to be.
I read that. Yeah,
Roxy's
that was
dog.
about a year or so ago. I remember.
Yes. Yeah, great show. I'd really recommend it, and especially if you want to head off with girls. I think a few men there. They were enjoying it. I'd say, but
it'll be a
a few dragged along. Like
it'll be good crack though.
Very good fun. Really high energy. I really liked it.
Good.
Yeah.
Speaking of animals, I want to tell you about Creepo. I've named this cat in our estate Creepo.
Oh yeah, we've got a creepy cat in our estate too. Black and white lad.
It's a black and white lad. Yeah, I don't know if it's a female or a male cat, but I will say this: every morning that I've been doing this breakfast show, without fail, the cat just appears in the estate as I'm leaving the estate.
Okay.
And he just does this. Or he could be walking across the road and in mid action of walking, just go.
Oh, he sounds like our black and white creepy cat.
Creep.
Will you video your creep cat and I'll video mine?
I'll try and do
see
that tomorrow.
If they're related, maybe.
You keep talking about your creepy cat.
My creepy cat. Oh man, the crows were so loud this morning.
Oh, stop.
Crows are the most annoying.
Crows are the reason I have had to close my window in this heat.
I had to get up during the night and close my window as well because of them. Anyway, we're live in about 10 seconds here on Radio Kerry. You can comment here with a request, or you can WhatsApp us or text us on 083 300 3300.
Yeah, we're done for the morning. Have a good day, lads.
Bye.
Morning. Good luck.